This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Tiger Woods taken to hospital after California car crash. Golf star Tiger Woods was injured Tuesday in a vehicle rollover in Los Angeles County, authorities said. Woods had to be extricated from the vehicle with the jaws of live tools, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said in a statement. Woods was taken to the hospital with unspecified injuries. The vehicle sustained major damage, the Sheriff's Department said. A KABC-TV helicopter over the scene of Woods' accident showed a car on its side with the front end heavily damaged. Airbags appeared to be deployed. The wreckage appeared to be just over the side of the road on a hillside. Woods, whose first name is Outbreak, was the sole occupant of the vehicle, the Sheriff's Department said. The crash occurred shortly before 7:15 a.m. Tuesday, officials said. A Sheriff's Department spokeswoman said Woods' representatives would address his injuries. A call to Woods' agent went to voicemail. Woman seen machete-slapping man in viral video arrested and charged. A woman who was caught on video repeatedly inflicting blows to the body of a man with a machete has been arrested and charged by the police in Westmoreland. Charged for assault occasioning bodily harm is 40-year-old vendor Shernet Beckford of a Petersfield, Westmoreland address. Beckford is booked to appear in the Savannah Lamar Resident Magistrate Court on Tuesday, March 16, 2021. The incident reportedly occurred on February 7, 2021. In the video, which went viral, a buxom, big-boned, brown-skinned woman is seen first accusing a man, Michelle, of carrying her name to Landilo. The man, dark-skinned, several inches taller than her, and with several rings on his fingers and a few gold chains around his neck, feigns ignorance to this act. Uncowed, the woman begins to slap him with the last, punctuating each slap with a rhetorical question. Why you carry my name go Landilo? While he attempts to block the blows, he protests with a clueless, "Me not do it." But she continues to rain blows on him. As she beats him, the woman's daughters attempted to calm her down before the video ends. BMW catches fire on Waterloo Road. A man is now counting his losses after his BMW motorcar was destroyed by fire on Tuesday afternoon. The black BMW was traveling along Waterloo Road in St. Andrew in the vicinity of Devon House when the driver saw smoke coming from the dashboard. The driver pulled over to make checks and noticed that the car was on fire. The blaze was eventually extinguished by members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. St. James Police break the back of COVID outbreak among prisoners. Following a more than month-long period of challenge in handling its prisoners' population as a result of an outbreak of coronavirus among inmates in the parish, the leadership of the St. James Police has brought the situation under control, allowing for a return to normalcy except for the maintenance of the established personal health protocols. The problems reportedly began in early January when 4 inmates at the Freeport Police Station in Montego Bay, the main lockup in the parish, started displaying flu-like symptoms, and the parish health authorities were called in to investigate the possibility of them being COVID positive. A full-scale testing of the inmate population across the parish resulted in 33 positive cases being detected, which forced the isolation of the affected prisoners. Notably, prior to the discovery, mechanisms had been put in place for the quarantining of inmates upon them being taken into custody, but the virus appeared to have penetrated the arrangements that were in place, which included a designated lockup being used for the isolation exercise. Immediately upon confirming the positive cases, the police reportedly moved to isolate the affected inmates from the general prisoner population across the parish. Additionally, a comprehensive sanitization of the lockups was done, and the measure has been continued since then. Also, visits from outsiders, including family members, were halted for a period of 1 month, and there was also a cessation of the movement of inmates from the lockups to penal institutions and courthouses. During the period of downtime, some court matters were facilitated with the use of the Zoom virtual platform. With the COVID-19 breakout under lock and key, aided by the health authorities and a consistent focus on providing protective gear and sanitizing agents for both staff members and inmates, along with the testing of staff members who were exhibiting flu-like symptoms, the challenges have been reportedly been overcome. In the midst of the overall effort, the police reportedly moved purposely to acquire additional food, water, and toiletries for distribution to the inmates, with the aim of somewhat filling the gap that resulted from the cessation of family visits. As a result, since early February, family visits to inmates are again being allowed, but on a phased basis, this amid the maintenance of the established health protocols. The overall efforts paid even greater dividends when on Tuesday, February 23, the police received a medical clearance from the St. James Health Department in concert with the Ministry of Health and Wellness acting under the Quarantine Act for all the inmates in the parish who completed mandatory quarantine up to 2 days before to resume their normal daily activities, subject to the maintenance of the established health protocols. 9 hospitals exceed isolation capacity as COVID cases surge. 13 of 22 public hospitals are at the red alert phase and 9 at full capacity as the authorities continue to grapple with an unrelenting surge in COVID-19 cases over recent weeks. According to the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton. Tufton explained that the red alert phase means a hospital has a greater than 84% occupancy level for its isolation capacity. 9 of these hospitals are at 100% or greater capacity, said Tufton as he addressed a virtual COVID Conversations press conference from his New Kingston offices on Tuesday. The minister disclosed that the current hospital census shows that of those facilities in the red zone, 9, including some of those located in major population centers, are at full capacity. These are Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James, Falmouth Hospital in Trelawney, Onoto Bay and Port Maria Hospitals in St. Mary, Mandeville Regional Hospital in Manchester, Maypen Hospital in Clarendon, Kingston Public Hospital, Princess Margaret Hospital in St. Thomas and the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine. Tufton said these institutions have all exceeded their capacity to house patients who require isolative care. This has to be worrying not just for public health but for the entire country, Tufton stated, while also revealing that all 4 regional health authorities have 2 or more hospitals in the red alert zone. The conclusion, therefore, is that the country is facing a serious challenge as it relates to the availability of hospital space due to the increase in cases, he noted. The minister noted that the surge in COVID-19 cases has seen the addition of 2,818 new positive cases in just last week, with the hospitalizations moving from 245 to 270 patients during the period. The current state of hospitalizations for us has become alarmingly high, he warned. As of Monday, Jamaica had recorded 21,826 cases of the coronavirus with 405 deaths. The increase in the number of COVID-19 cases in the country remains a cause for concern. The increase means more active cases require management by the health team, which means more stress on the health infrastructure, said Tufton. He noted that a portion of these positive cases would require monitoring in hospitals, and this is reflected in a rise in hospitalizations of COVID patients, which is adding to the burden of an already overburdened health infrastructure and clinical team. Yellowman walks daughter down the aisle. When Yellowman walks his daughter, Princess Karima Foster, down the aisle recently, it was one of the proudest moments of his life. The "I'm getting married in the morning" singer said as much online. The legendary Jamaican reggae and dancehall artist, also known as King Yellowman, shared photos for his daughter's wedding, which was held over the weekend via his Instagram page. He wrote, "This is the proudest moment in my life, to walk my daughter down the aisle. Congrats to you and my son-in-law. Love you both." Karima Foster, also known as Karima, is an up-and-coming musician who hails from Brooklyn, New York. She is following in her legendary father's footsteps and paving her own way in the music industry. After getting hitched with B. Omar Johnson, Karima thanked all the well-wishers on her Instagram page with a heartfelt message. "We are truly thankful to everyone who was able to attend and to everyone who watched via Facebook Live. Love is truly in the air." Yellowman and Karima have a daddy-daughter combination song called Father's Love, which was released 4 years ago and which rocked up over 2.4 million views on YouTube. The song, which was released on Father's Day, celebrated paternal bonds. Yellowman is a real family man, and he has been married since 1986 to his wife Rosie, with whom he shares 3 children, Kamar, Kimo, and Kareem. Born Winston Foster, Yellowman came prominence in the 1980s with a series of singles that established his reputation while working with producer Henry Junjo Laws. In 1981, after becoming significantly popular throughout Jamaica, Yellowman became the first dancehall artist to be signed to a major American label. Teachers to be among the first to get COVID vaccine. Teachers and other persons deemed to be essential to the operation of schools will be included in a priority group for the COVID-19 vaccination, according to the Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Favour Williams. To coordinate this important development, we began talks on Monday with the Ministry of Health and Wellness regarding a schedule of vaccination for this priority group against the COVID-19 virus, said Williams in a statement from the Education Ministry. According to the statement, Williams has also updated the Jamaica Teachers Association, and there will be further discussions over the next few days to look at the options and criteria for prioritization among the various personnel in the education system. Teachers were not initially named among those who will be first in line to get the COVID-19 jab. Among that group that was first announced last month by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, are healthcare workers, members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, members of the Jamaica Defense Force, correctional officers, custom and immigration officers, parliamentarians, persons in infirmaries, and the elderly. Robber shot, gun seized during Manchester hold-up. A robber was shot and a Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 11 9mm rounds of ammunition handed over to the police following a reported hold-up in Lincoln District, Mandeville, Manchester on Monday, February 22. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 9:15 p.m., a man was in his yard when he was approached by a man armed with a firearm who proceeded to rob him of cash amounting to 100,000 Jamaican dollars. Police reports are that a licensed firearm holder who was in close proximity intervened and allegedly shot the would-be robber who ran, leaving the illegal weapon. The police were alerted and the illegal firearm and ammunition handed over to them. The complainant escaped unhurt. Investigations continues. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.